When we first moved in here, the previous owners had blocked off half the garden, the bottom half, completely. They put fences up, and she ran about 60 or 70 chickens. And the chickens basically were something that she was selling, so it was a bit of income for her. So when they moved and we moved in, what we were left with is the bottom half of the garden with nothing in it at all. And it was basically dirt, and there's a dreadful chicken house in the corner that was really dilapidated, filthy, rat infested. All the rats used to come. And so what we did, basically, we set up a bit of a design with my wife and my son, so that the centre of the garden was going to be flowers and shrubs and things. The right-hand side was going to be fruit trees, and the left-hand side was going to be vegetables. So that was basically the plan, and that's what we started on 8 or 9 years ago. I've grown a lot of things here that I've never even been able to grow before: camellias and gardenias and lots of natives, the bottle brushes, the grevilleas, lots of bedding plants. We've planted quite a few hundred bulbs, and yeah, we tried lots of things, and they're all pretty good. Yeah, there's a tremendous variety. People ask me about the work, and as far as I'm concerned, it's my hobby, so I don't see it as work at all, and it's quite pleasant. I enjoy it. I come from a background where we used to do a lot of gardening. Where we grew up in Blackheath in South East London after the war, it was like Dig for Victory, where you grew as much as you possibly could because the nation couldn't really feed you. And so everybody in their garden grew as much as they could, and my mum and dad did. So every spring you'd plant the potatoes and all the other things that you could eat. I always had the job of going around and finding the mint around the garden for our Sunday roast. We always had roast lamb, and we always have to have the fresh mint around the garden, and that was my little job as a little boy, to go around and find the mint, which grows wild all around the garden, and to get it and bring it in, and Mum and Dad used to make the mint sauce out of it. But it could be found in all different places around the garden, so it was like hunt the mint sauce. So that was quite good. People nowadays, busy lifestyle, they just haven't got the time to spend out there. I think some of them would like to, but it's not to be, so they just either gravel it or put down pavers, or just don't get around to doing anything but just having a lawn, and they just cut the lawn, and that's the lot. It is a bit sad. I think that that the old backyard where children could play cricket and football and just enjoy it as we did when we were children, it's all gone, and it's a bit of a shame. Basically, you never stop learning, and my advice is the standard one, that A, you always ask advice of the people at the garden centres of whatever you buy and whatever you plant. B, you don't expect what you buy from a garden centre where it's grown from a nursery in perfect conditions. I mean, I've heard people say, oh, I don't get anything from that garden centre because the plants are no good. Well, it's nothing to do with the garden centre. They don't come from that garden centre. They come from a perfect environment. They take it home, they put it in their garden, and their garden may not like it at all. So you have to look around at what's growing in other people's gardens, talk to your neighbours what works for them, and then grow that yourself. So that's all I would advise people, to use a bit of common sense, to trial and error, see what works, and seek as much advice as you can from the people who know what it's all about.